When a pet becomes aggressive, it's one of the most difficult things for an owner to deal with. But the good news is there are plenty of ways to prevent it. In today's Find a Friend segment, sponsored by Rascal Animal Hospital, we're discussing just that with Dr. Meghan Herron from the OSU College of Veterinary Medicine. So thanks for being here, Meghan.
My pleasure, Robin. Thanks.
So who do you have with you today?
This little guy who is not aggressive.
Not at all.
We just happened to be talking about that today, but his name is Monty, and he was actually pulled from a Kentucky shelter, and he's in foster care with a rescue called Pet Promise, and apparently living in this foster home with dogs and kids and doing quite well. He's been pretty docile here today. Seems to be a very nice, loving family pet looking for his forever home.
Yeah, he's very gentle. There's nothing, I mean, he came right up to everybody. He's obviously, you know, hamming it up for the camera because he knows his home is out there, right?
That's right.
So he would be pretty much good with anybody.
As far as we know.
As far as you know so far. Okay. And he comes from a rescue, so he's got all his first shots.
Absolutely. He was
spayed, neutered, all that stuff.
Yep, he's ready to go.
Okay. Petpromise.org is the website. You can find that. So we're going to talk about today aggressive behavior, because it's something that anybody who is a pet owner, you know, doesn't want to deal with. They don't want their pet to be like that. So we're going to start with kind of what you do, and that is you're a veterinary behaviorist. Yes. So what is that? So
a veterinary behaviorist is someone who graduated from veterinary school, which I graduated from the Ohio State University back in 2005. And then there's training beyond that to specialize in the field of behavioral medicine. So typically there's a year of internship and then a 3-year residency, and then there's a board certifying body. So we take a big, long test and become a board certified veterinary behaviorist. So they're actually veterinarians who've done additional training to do a specialty in behavior.
And what is the most common problem that you see at your practice at OSU Veterinary Medical Center?
I will say that aggression in dogs is by far the most common problem people come to me with their pets. And it can be a devastating problem. I mean, it can be a dangerous problem. It can be devastating whether it's human-related, whether it's two dogs that are showing to aggression to each other. It can really be difficult and sometimes risky for the family members that are living in that home.
And I imagine that there are many factors that can influence that behavior, right?
Sure, yeah. You know, no one has a complete understanding of canine aggression. We know that there's certainly going to be genetic as well as early environmental influence on adult behavior. And that's going to include the prenatal environment. It's going to include those early weeks of life. So about 3 to 12 weeks of age is actually the most influential time in a dog's life. And so if they aren't well socialized to different people or dogs or environments, they might be afraid of it later. And to be honest, most of the aggression that I see in dogs is based in some sort of fear or a lack of understanding of what's being presented to them.
And as a pet owner, I guess, how can somebody know that their dog is going to be, you know, having that behavior? Is there a way to kind of, I guess, see any warning signs?
It's difficult to see warning signs, especially in a puppy. Certainly there are red flags, seeing puppies that are really, really fearful, or young dogs that are already displaying any sort of aggression like growling, snarling, snapping. They definitely want to seek help right away. Certainly there are shelters that are going to perform temperament tests, but that's not always a guarantee. So the best feeling if you're going to adopt an animal is to go have everyone in your family meet the dog, watch the interactions with the dog to make sure the dog looks comfortable and happy and what I call wiggly when he greets everybody in that family, and that's usually your best bet as to move forward.
And if your dog has been aggressive in the past, how do you go about making sure it doesn't happen again? Sure. Is it ever too late?
Well, aggression, depending on the severity, can be a serious issue, and there are times where we can't cure it, but there's a lot we can do to manage it, to prevent the risk, and to try to reduce the chances of aggression coming up again. And certainly every individual family is going to have unique needs, which is why we recommend they set up an appointment. Veterinary behaviorists are probably one of the best lines of defense to help pet owners if they are experiencing, particularly a serious human aggression problem. So we offer appointments at the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center, and if owners are interested, they can call or they can visit the website to get that information. So www.vet.osu/behavior has all the information about the appointments we offer. They're pretty long, so we have owners fill out some paperwork ahead of time. We meet with them anywhere from 2 to 3 hours in length, and we do extensive follow-up with them through email and phone.
So it's long but thorough. That's
Absolutely.
The important part.
Yeah, we got to get to the bottom of it. It's a complicated issue.
All right, let's talk about this event you have that you're hosting Understanding Canine Aggression. When and where is this, and people, where can they sign
yeah,
up?
great. So this is actually something for the general public, and it's being hosted by Columbus All Breed Training Center, and it's going to be Saturday, September 12th from 9 a.m. to 12:30, located at 2164 Williams Road, and they're offering pre-registration for the rate of $30. Seating is limited though, so if somebody's interested, they definitely want to start signing up soon. So ColumbusAllBreed.com, they can find the registration information and get signed up. But it's going to be about a 3-hour seminar. We'll kind of explore the topic of canine aggression, understanding it, sort of your basic steps towards managing it, as well as we'll go over some tools of the trade, so fun tidbits for people to address not only aggressive behaviors, but other behavioral concerns with their dogs.
Okay, Michelle, thank you so much, or Megan, I should say, for being with us. And
My
we can
pleasure.
also remind you that you can find Monty at petpromise.org if you want to adopt him. So thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you.